What's up, YouTube? It's been a couple weeks since I made this style of video and I'm excited to be back. Before I get into the video though, shirt shout out to Greenline Morse. Got the little mic in the way, but shirt shout out to Jay at Greenline Morse. Go check him out, give him a follow. I also have two unboxings. Got some swag in the mail. Been lagging on doing that too. So the first one is from Leviathan Snakes. Shane, thank you so much for joining the Patreon. We're thrilled to have you and hope you enjoy. Stephen and Courtney Leviathan Snakes. They also have a Patreon, in case you didn't know. Some stickers. I am a part of their Patreon. So not only do I have a Patreon, I'm in a few Patreons too. Check that out. I like the logo, the little logo over the heart. That seems to be like a style that is coming back. And here is the back logo. And in case you can't see, it says Leviathan Snakes Patreon 2024. So that is me. I am in the Cool Kids Club. And while we're talking Patreons, quick announcement on my Patreon. The $5 tier, which is called the casual tier, now has access to the IG chats and Discord. In the beginning, they didn't. And a couple people messaged me interested in the $5 tier to get in the chats, and it wasn't available for that tier at the time, but now it is. So if you were one of those people that messaged me, go ahead and jump in the $5 tier and I'll add you to the Instagram and the Discord. Next unboxing is something that some of you guys might not even know anything about, but one of my favorite musicians in the world, Kirk Winstein from Crowbar, Down, Kingdom of Sorrow. I got a shirt from him. Quite possibly the perfect metal song in the history of music, Dream in Motion. All right. So that was his first solo album, and he is crowdfunding his second solo album. So how do you support your artist that you like? You send them some money. Help them put out new music. So, with that in mind, Shane Kelly will be in the credits section on Kirk Winstein's second solo album. And for a thanks, he sent me a shirt and an autographed picture. At this point in my life, I probably have his autograph half a dozen times, somewhere between 6 and 8. And I got a cool Crowbar sticker and a cool Crowbar pick, and on the other side it has Down. So if you really like a creator, artist, or whatever, help support them. I do. This is proof right here, both of these unboxings, that I support the people I like. So if you got somebody out there, some kind of creator or whatever, you like what they're doing, show them some love and support. Even just sharing a post, sharing a video, any of that stuff helps them. So like the title of the video says, this is one of the best inventions to come up recently in the past year, 2 years, probably since the Easy Hatch trays. I'd say this is the next best invention since the Easy Hatch trays. And speaking of Patreon and titles, whatever the title of this video is, was picked by the Patreon. So I'm running a little contest in the Patreon, just a little random contest, title the video. Everyone's throwing video titles out there. The one I think is most suitable for the video wins a free Small Town shirt. So these bad boys right here are made by Josh Harbin at Herp and Harbins. Go check them out. All right, before we install them, let me tell you what these little clips are. See how it has FB on there? That's for Freedom Breeder. This is a probe clip. They got built-in magnets right here. And here is just a little piece of metal that it can stick to. All right, these are made by Josh Harbin, and he currently makes them for Freedom Breeder, Vivarium Electronics, and Herpstats. They all have a different probe size, so you got to get the right one for the model of thermostat you're using. And these magnets work with ARS racks and Freedom Breeder racks, and they'll magnetize directly to the heat panels Or if you're using PVC racks, that's what this little metal insert is for. So no more HVAC tape, Velcro, all of that stuff eventually wears out. And man, your probe can come loose and cause a huge fire. So Josh was making them for the VE and the Herpstats, and then I told him, man, I got Freedom Breeder because I came from out west, so Freedom Breeder thermostats are easier to get. And so he designed those ones for the Freedom Breeder model. Thank you, Josh, for that. And I currently have, he made me 5. I'm going to install 5 of them today. I actually need to get 2 more from him. I just got everything he had at the last Reptile show I seen him at. And I'm installing them on these racks right here. So currently, when you get these racks, I would drill a hole in the back panel, stick the probe directly on the heat tape, and then use a piece of that foil HVAC tape to stick it to like the inside corner. We'll take a further look when I pull the backs off these. But that HVAC tape is made to get hot and cold and all that stuff. But it wears out over time. It starts not to be sticky anymore, and it'll start peeling off. And then you'll hear your thermostat beeping and all this stuff, and then you wig out. You can't sleep for days because you think your racks are gonna catch on fire. Because if these things run on full throttle for too long, it'll start melting. These are PVC boards, you know, so this is a PVC rack. And it'll start melting this, melting the tubs. You'll have a huge fire, kill your animals, kill your house, hopefully not hurt anybody in your house, you know. So it's a huge problem. It always has been in my mind. It's an element of stress that's kind of always in the background, like when you go on vacation. You know, I check all those before I go on vacation. But Josh has solved that problem. So let's do a quick install. All right, you are currently looking at the back of the rack. So this is the Sea Serpents V18s, 16 tub. I run FB5s and FB8s in them. But anyways, when you get the racks, you drill a hole. This is the back panel. These are stacked, 2 stacked. They have dowels. So anyways, one thermostat that has 2 channels runs this whole tower. So I have an upper and a lower. But when you get them, you drill a hole, you insert the probe, and you tape it on there. Let's tear it apart and we'll look into it further. So that's the way a majority of people would do these probes. As you see, this is the back sitting over here. But after you get it through, you use this HVAC tape and tape it too. But see how it's already coming off? It's not snug up against it anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and take this tape off and install the Herp & Harbin's probe holder. Alright, this thing came off like super easy. Only one side was sticking a little bit. That's what you don't want. So this probe isn't sensing any heat. So as I'm sitting here talking, the rack is heating up more. Alright, so all you do is you take the probe, you take the clip, you put it on the bottom side right there, and just push it in. And then it fits in there snug. So it's a little thicker at each end, so the probe is not going to slide out. And if this was like a metal heat panel, it would stick right to it. Since this is PVC though, see, you can hear the thermostat. It's already thinking it's too cold, so it's ramping up. I'm going to get this fit in there, and then I'll show you how and where I did it. I got that little metal round on the underside of the heat tape, and then the magnet, which you can take off, and then sticks right on, right there. So I am going to have to monitor the temps in this, because they are going to be a little bit different now that the probe's a little further away from the heat tape versus when I was using the HVAC tape. Alright, well that's everything I have on the best invention since the Easy Hatch Dragon trays. If you got any questions about those, go check out the Herp & Harbin's. Contact them on Instagram if you have a question about pricing, delivery, you know, all those things. If you make some for other thermostats, whatever it may be. I am not a paid spokesperson, nor am I a distributor. I only know what I got from them and they work great. So go check them out. Until next time, guys, rock on.